Hello, clients and friends. I'd like to take a quick minute and give you an update. There's been a lot of headlines, a lot happening in the world around us. So here we are, the first week in May. I want to give a brief update for what has taken place, in particular with our Bander custom income notes during the month of April. I'm sure you can remember at the beginning of April, there was a lot of headline news around the introduction and the implementation of tariffs. We've seen a lot of market volatility this past month, and so I wanted to give a bit of an update around our custom income notes and how they have performed. I'm going to give just a quick refresher on a few things from a macro level. Although we don't ever claim to know when or what will trigger a market pullback, we follow some of the higher level data very closely. For example, about every 6 years, we know that the market will have a 20% pullback or more. And the last pullback of this magnitude was in June of 2022. So this is part of the economic cycle, and in particular, what we see with the stock market. Also, as a bit of a refresher, we here at Bander actively manage portfolios on a scale of 1 to 6, with 6 being most aggressive and our highest allocation into the stock market. And what that means is we've divided portfolios into growth and income allocations. The income allocation is meant to offset or your aversion to risk, also to provide income, of course, in a portfolio, as well as non-correlation. And so our Bander custom income notes are part of the income portfolio. And so the goal here is to make sure that we're not trying to time the market when it comes to our growth investments and those that are in the stock market, and use our income portfolio or sleeve to satisfy systematic withdrawals for many of our clients that are in the income phase of retirement, and also provide diversification or non-correlation to the stock market. So having said that, our Bander custom income notes provide some downside protection, or a buffer, if you will, with also some opportunity for monthly income payments that are interest payments. So a couple things that we look for. I'll remind you, what are those underlying securities? That's what we're tracking. And then also the maturity dates. Most of our notes are 12 to 15 months. And then our downside protection. That's what our buffer looks like. So each of our notes, as you may remember, have anywhere from 25 to 35% downside protection on those monthly interest payments. And then lastly, what is our coupon? That's how much we would receive in interest payments, or what is our interest rate, our opportunity for return. So many of these notes we feel fall somewhere between a stock and a bond when it comes to the risk reward ratio. So what I wanted to get at is part of our update for today is, how did our income notes perform during the month of April? What I'm showing you on the screen here are a list of active income notes. And you'll see we have valuation dates that vary. And if you're familiar with our process, you'll know that this is something we do each month. We also include the annualized interest rates as well as the underlying securities. And one of the main things here is our interest payment floor, or our over under on our coupon floor. And as you can see, according to this and the date of my recording, the first week in May, all of our income notes, number one, paid their interest payment in April, which means all of the underlying securities were within the coupon protection buffer. We have, you can see here in the example, Walt Disney is close. It's within 4.97% of its coupon floor, but as of the 26th and the valuation date for the month, it was within the range and therefore paid its monthly coupon payment. We will continue to track and monitor these closely, but I'm happy to report that each of our notes paid their interest payment for the month of April. You may have seen an earlier video that I sent out not too long ago that shows you how to consider the price of each of your notes, and if they were to be sold prematurely, the valuation that comes with those. But these notes are intended to make monthly interest payments, and I'm happy to report that each one of them took place during the month of April. If you have any specific questions around respective notes within your portfolio, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or to your wealth management team here at Bander. Thank you very much.